Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and thank you so much for stopping by. So today's video is a little bit of a different kind of video. It's a life update. There has been a lot that has been going on in my life lately. On December 31st, I took an ischemic stroke. So if you don't know what that means, it just means that I had a stroke and I was in the hospital for 2 months. It left me with some paralysis. So my left side of my body was not movable. I couldn't move anything. So I couldn't move my legs or my arms. And like I said, I was in there for 2 months. I just got back home a week ago today. So this is why I'm doing the video now. I have regained some motion with my legs and I am walking with a cane. I do go to outpatient therapy 3 times a week. I was actually one of the lucky ones because it didn't affect anything neurologically. So I didn't have any issues with my cognitive. So I can fully remember everything. I can fully function with my brain. A lot of people that they have issues with that. I had to go through a lot of therapy. I also didn't have a whole lot of speech therapy. So my face is still droopy a little bit, especially when I'm really tired. So it might be drooping today because it's late at night and I'm tired, but I've been working with some facial techniques to strengthen my face, or my face muscles, I should say. And yeah, the speech therapy I only did for a day or 2, and then they knew that I was able to talk. There was no real issues there. So the only thing that I'm doing right now for my speech is my facial therapies, as well as my voice. My voice is what I call, or what Mike calls, the hospital voice. So it's very scratchy and it's not very loud. So I'm doing some vocal exercises for that. One of the therapies that I did, so I did physical therapy and I did occupational therapy. So the physical therapy that I did for the 2 months was mostly focused on my legs and getting me to walk again. And the occupational therapy was mostly for my arm. Like I said, I can walk now with a walker. I can't walk for very long distances, but I can walk. I do need a wheelchair just for those long tracks. But the doctors do expect a full recovery. With lots of therapies, I'll be able to do what I did. One of the things that they did for my occupational therapy for my hand was what's called mirror therapy. My right hand, once I was doing it in the mirror, would think that my left hand was its right hand. So it would send the signals to my brain to make my left hand work. I was also part of a study. It's called a Walk and Watch study. So it's a study that's all across Canada. And they take candidates who had a stroke and they make them do at least a half hour every day of walking, and they have to make sure that your heart rate is up, and they give you a smartwatch or a Garmin watch, and then they send that information to the study. So every day I've been walking for at least a half hour or doing a lot of exercises that get my heart rate up. I was also doing a lot of testing. So there's been like a lot of tests that they were doing, and when I first started this test a month ago, I could do 20 meters of walking in 6 minutes. And now I can do, well, the testing that they did was a week ago. I could do 77 meters in 6 minutes. So it's improved drastically. So the more I do therapy, the more it's going to improve. Since I was in the same hospital, I got to know the staff really well. The nurses are absolutely incredible. Like, they are beyond incredible. They're so nice, they're so funny, very attentive to you as well. Anything you needed, they were right there. They were super, super nice. I have a whole new appreciation for the nurses. I just needed a minute. To compose myself. So yeah, the staff has been incredible. The physical therapist and the occupational therapist, again, amazing, incredible. They were so super supportive. And every little thing you did, they were cheering you on. It's been amazing. So I guess I should start and tell you how it happened. We were walking in the mall on December 31st, and we were actually at Walmart, and we were shopping, and it was me and Mike, and we were looking at the deals and stuff, and my leg and my arm started to feel really heavy. So I told Mike, I said, there's something wrong, I need to go back to the car. So we went back to the car, and I didn't know what it was. So we drove around for a couple of minutes, and I thought I might have been hungry because of my blood sugar. So I said, let's go find something to eat. And as we were eating that, as we were going to get something to eat, we were back in the car to drive home. And I was holding our meal, and it just dropped to the floor. My arm just felt limp. So then we went to the hospital, and then they did determine after multiple MRIs that I had a stroke, because they had no idea. So they did one MRI, and then a couple of hours later they did another one, because the first one showed nothing. The second one showed something, but it wasn't a stroke. So then they waited 2 days after that, and it showed the stroke after the 2 days. And they have no idea what caused it. They said I had risk factors, but no definitive causes. So they did some MRIs, they did CT scans, they did heart traces, they did an echo. And what was the ultrasound? They did echo and ultrasounds as well. Nothing. They still can't find what caused it. So I have no idea what brought it on. The doctor said that it was a very slim chance at my age to have a stroke. He said about 4% of people had a stroke at my age and my condition. So it was a very low percentage. Throughout this whole thing, I've had so much support from my friends and my family. I really couldn't have done it without them. They have been incredible, as well as Mike. Like, he is a true rock star. So when I got home, we had to do some modifications to our house, just so I could live like this for a little while until I got better. Everything is all done right now, and I am living at home full time. And like I said, I will be going to therapy 3 times a week, and every session I get better and better. So that is a little bit about my stroke. Another thing as well is, throughout all of this, is I am planning a wedding. Whenever I took that stroke on New Year's Eve, Mike was filling out papers, and one of the questions was, what is your relationship? And he didn't want to put common law. He wanted to put husband. And he says, well, I can't do that because we're not technically married. So he said we should get married. And we had already gotten rings beforehand, because we had said we wanted to celebrate being together, but we didn't need to be actually physically married. But we decided on that day that we are going to actually have a wedding. So I am planning a wedding, which is a lot of fun, and it distracts me from all of this chaos from the stroke as well, which is fantastic. So we decided we're going to have a backyard wedding, and then we're having a reception at a local hall to make sure that I'm better and ready for dancing. So we're having it not in 2023, but we're having it in 2024.
And everyone's invited.
And Mike just said, and everyone's invited, but everyone's invited to the dance. The wedding part, we're going to keep a little bit more close-knit. But the dance part, absolutely. Everybody's invited. So that's kind of what's happening with me in a nutshell. I could go on and on about a lot of it, but I figured I'd just update you guys a little bit. But I am doing good. Like I said, I am getting better every day, stronger. I am doing my exercises at home, as well as, like I said, when I'll be going back to my physical therapy. So I'll start on Monday again. I'm not sure when I'll post this video, but by then I might have already started back. So my physical therapy that I did before was in the hospital, but since I'm home, it's going to be outpatient physical therapy. So that's why it's different kinds of therapy. So I haven't met my occupational and physical therapist yet, just on like a Zoom call, but I haven't met them in person yet. So I'll do that on Monday. That is it for me for now. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.